Let's see the quick demo of free hosting MVC along with their database. So here you can see this is that application I just host as a free hosting, Monastery SP hosting, and this is my free domain, right? And if I just check that feature, so it is working properly. Like, so for example, product, and in this product if I add that some items, so you just add one item and just add another item, and if I just try to proceed this item to ordered, so now the new order got created along with the tracking system, and this is that complete tracking what is that current here, and this is the item details, order details along with that shipping address and all, and this is whatever item actually you just proceed, and also you can just review it and all. So this complete application actually we just deployed in my this free hosting, which is completely free along with their database. So this is my website actually we just host for MVC, and this is our database where I just host my database for this application. So yeah, I let's get start to implementation. So before you start implementation, I'm especially recommend if you first time visit my channel, so go to my channel which is .NET real level example, and in here, so that same application actually I just build last time in this session, so I'll just recommend go to this session so you can get okay how we can how we can create an MVC application along with the clean architecture, and that you can able to see okay about that MVC application. And other recommendations over here also like free hosting, right? So there are I just already pre hosted as a new Blazor application along with the database, and also we just deployed our web API application along with the clean architecture. So these are the deployment actually on the same hosting, ASP.NET, uh, Monastery ASP.NET hosting, which is completely free. So those are actually recommendation. And if you want to more learn over here like AI integration, front end, back end, as a full stack developer, so you can learn many things over here. So yeah, let's get start to implementation. So first I'll just go my GitHub link, which is AI clean architecture demo as a repository name, and my GitHub is Karthik 78786, right? And actually this project is already built, so you can go to my recommendations video, so you will check out how to create that complete clean architecture along with their how to integrate API and then next MVC. Okay, so now this MVC project, right? So this MVC project actually basically coordinating of that clean architecture, right? And this we will try to deploy it over here as a free hosting. So if you go to this a nice document already I just built it over here. So now whatever things actually we just use for MVC and how actually it is working and what are the technologies and whatever that key we are using and how we can start it, so everything is over here. So now clone it and open it in a VS Code. So I already clone it over here and I just open a VS Code, and this is my project, MVC project, right? And simply I can just run this application and see what we have in a local, then we will create a database and then integrate and then deploy it. So let me open it to ensure like okay how is actually look like and how is actually working in our local. So this URL actually is listening over here once you're running your application, and I am able to see this is my application which I'm running, modern online shopping app, and there's a couple of things like there's a product card orders. Now these are the orders and alls, right? And if I want to shopping, like for example start shopping, yes, so if I just go to add to card, so this item just go to add this card, right? So proceed the checkout, yeah, now order got placed that item. And if I want to see that order tracking things over here, this particular order I am able to see, yeah, currently is placed, then processing, then shipped, and then delivered. So this is actually complete working as a front end back end like as a database using MVC, right? So yeah, that we will try to deploy. So for deployed, what I need to do, simply I can just close that, everything just terminate over here as well, and go to that monaster uh, monasteryasp.net. Okay, so which is this I already give you that recommendation. So go to that site and just logged in, and once you logged in as a free account, so you can go to as a control panel. So this is actually look like the control panel. And then here, see here the two section actually we will use over here. One is the database and one is the website. So in our MVC application we will host inside the website, and that whatever that application is dependent on a database, we have to just create it over here. So as we already done is couple of previous session for API or Blazor application also. So let me try to one more, because if you see over here, so there is a free services, like still is a three remaining, like three website more you can just create it, three database also you can just create it, uh, apart from this whatever current we have. Like already I just created everything, two database and two website, right? So now let me just create a database first, because each website I just want to separate the database. So let me just use this free section, go to that, and in here whatever server you want to use, like MySQL 8.0 or SQL Server, so I'll just use this guy, SQL Server 2022, and yeah, automatically will be create a database server and all. So I can just simply continue over here, and once you continue, now I'll select this data center, and these are the data center actually, and just simply create a database. So now our database got created, and it just tried to take some time, like within a few seconds actually. See, now database got created and enable also. So make sure it should be enabled. So once you enable, now your database is enabled, or you can ready to use. Okay, so go click on this database. So once you click on the database, actually it is going to this particular section, and here is the two things actually. If you want to access this database, either is a local or remote, right? So you have to just use accordingly. Like for example, local, you don't need to do anything, right? Because if your application hosted in same place, so you can just use the local, right? Either you can host your application in Monster hosting, so you can use the local one. And if you want to hosting in different, like apart from this Monster, so definitely you have to require this remote section, so that you can just access that database outside of this hosting, right? And same things also you can just try to connect in your local. So yeah, I think yeah, I'll just skip now as of now, because I just want to host over here, so I am good with this local settings. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this complete setting over here. For example, here, see here that complete setting. So I just copy along with the show password and just copy this. Okay, so once you copy this, now go back to your application, and in here at this MVC application, right? So this is that MVC application, and inside this app dot setting, or you can just keep that secret place, like .NET provide also secret. So yeah, I just simply can replace this. Okay, so now once I replace this database, now I'm good with that. Only these changes I need to require. And now second thing actually I required, now go back to uh, here. Okay, so there is a way actually, uh, where actually I can just deployed my app using a many ways they provide. Okay, so go to the dashboard, and this is the website section. So first let me just create a website where I just want to deploy my MVC application. So create a website, and again just same process to create a subdomain. So what would be the name? It could be like MVC or shop now MVC. Okay, so that I can hear. And this is a free domain actually. They just provided like three domain is over here, whatever you want, so you can use it. I'll just keep the same. And yeah, that pretty much good. Continue now, and also again select the data center and create website. Okay, again it's just creating and just trying to enable this site automatically. Cool, now see site got enabled over here. And once you enable, now I have to click on this site, and we have to enable our few things over here. Like for example, we need publish profile, like this particular site. And also one more thing actually we need to do over here, like add or allow that SSL certificate. Okay, so for that simply click that HTTP over here, HTTPS section, and then here see that option enable HTTPS. So click on that, and once you click on that, here let's encrypt. So you have to enable that encryption over here using this option encryption, and enable HTTPs. So let me just enable HTTPS. Okay, so once you're done, now see your domain, it's allow the protocol of HTTPS. Okay, and another things also you can just do over here, like whatever, if someone try to HTTPS, so it should be redirect to HTTPS always. So you can just enable that setting also. So now your site got ready with the HTTPS settings, right? And once you're done, now we are good to go to that overview section, and I need to record publish things, right? So for publish, actually there is an option ftp deploy or deployment section. So go to the deploy section, you can go to this site as well. Okay, so once you deploy, now see, either you can deploy for GitHub or either you can deploy for web deployment. Okay, so yeah, for web deployment, if you require this publish profile, so definitely you have to first click enable. So once you enable, now your this deployment got true, means accept the deployment of this publish profile, and simply I can just download this. So let me download this in here somewhere. Yeah, I just download my particular place, and once you download, now this application actually for publish profile, definitely BS code, I don't think I can do that over here. So for that I'll just open a Visual Studio and that project, so that I can just use. So go to that particular location. So yeah, this is my application, right? And I'm just going to that particular directory and just open it to Visual Studio. So this is actually way to publish, because using a profile, so you can just open it Visual Studio. But if you don't want to use the Visual Studio, so definitely you can just right click and or just publish using the BS code as well, and then you can directly deploy it. So if you any challenges and all on that, so please let me know, I'll just create a separate video. But yeah, this time I'll just use Visual Studio with the profile, publish profile. So yeah, whatever application you want to delete, so sorry, publish, so I can just use this, right? So I want to publish, so click on that publish MVC, not this one actually, so yeah, this one, right? So publish on that particular project like MVC or whatever UI, right? So use that and use that import profile next, and whatever import profile I just download it, right? So let me use that. So yeah, this is that one MVC profile, open it, finish it, and once you finish it, now close it. Okay, now a profile got created over here. And one more thing actually you have to do, either currently actually I just implement my application as a migrated automatically once you start. But if you don't have, so in this case actually you can prefer this approach, like once you're ready, before publish, you can just open as settings in this settings over here, right? So open this settings, and in this settings you are able to see over here in the database section. See, this is your database which you just provided, and here it's just trying to load your finding your DB context. So once you get the DB context, definitely here that option, if you expand that and if you scroll down, see there's the option auto migration before publish. Okay, so this is a good approach actually if you're not using your auto migration. So whatever database you have, you can just check out, so it will just trying to migrate first your database and then it will publish our application. So this is that nice option which I'm using always. So yeah, just save it. So in publish over here, see they just got started and also start that migration and all. So here that command, like see migration command, and whatever that files actually they just trying to deploy it over here in this particular site. So let's wait to complete their process. Okay, now it's trying to running automatically once you complete your publish. So let me try to see. Yeah, so now it's got published, and yeah, this is that complete publish informations they just provided. And if you just open, now I'm able to see my application got running perfectly without any issues, right? So let me try to add some features so that we can ensure like, okay, it is working fine. So first time, if I just try to go to that per product, so yeah, I'm able to see that default product. Even I'm able to see the card, there's a no card section, card item. And if I just go to the order, so no order is as of now, right? That is perfect because this is a new database, right? So go to that home section, start shopping, and let me add few items over here. So now add this item and also add another item. So now this two item I just got added, and let me try to simply process. So process, once you process, now this is that, whatever order details, it is properly over here along with this order number, and this is that complete order tracking system, right? And yeah, same thing, we can ensure the database is properly created or not, right? So if you go back to my panel, so where's my panel? Here's my panel. If you go to here the database section, so just let me just refresh, and once you refresh, if you go to here table section, I'm able to see 7 tables list over here. So once you go to there, I'm able to see all the tables got here. And if you want to see those table, actually you can just simply use that connection, public connection, or that connection you can use it. But yeah, it's help also, it have also uh, their own IDE where I can see that database. So if you just open, so this is the database. If you go to the table section, so those are the tables. And if I want to see that orders, so this is the orders. And if I want to see the details, so I can just see details as well. Now see, this is the details along with the order details. And yeah, that pretty much good. You can verify the database as well. So yeah, that's how actually we can just simply deploy my application, any application like server application or front-end application, right? So we can just deploy my application over here. And yeah, that pretty much good for this session. But yeah, next session definitely we will try uh, more deployment, like as like we just start our Blazor or MVC, and also that we will try to upcoming section like PHP and all, right? Whatever they provide, actually see, these are the technology they just provide, right? So we will try to have all up things, right? So upcoming session. So yeah, thank you, have a nice day, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.